here goes nothing. So we have decided to start our own cooking YouTube channel, mainly for the reason to just get recipes out there and help people with big families cook different things, easy things to cook. I'm starting with an instapot recipe. It's going to be Carne Guisada-ish. It's not technically traditional. It's just my version. We're starting off with frozen cubed meat. Already got oil in there. We're gonna do some diced tomatoes. Our seasoning is gonna be chili powder, whatever you like. I typically like to use the New Mexico style chili powder, a little bit of the San Antonio blend. I don't know if you can get that everywhere. I know that we can get it. We have cumin, salt, pepper, about 2 tablespoons of each chili powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, a teaspoon of garlic, and then a splash of salt and pepper. And then I usually use the Rotel or a diced tomato with green chilies, but I don't have that right now, and I really want carne guisada, so I'm just using some diced jalapenos that I had. They just came out of a can. Nothing special. And 1 beef bouillon cube. And then we're just gonna top it enough to cover the meat, because you're gonna want it to thicken down and get a good gravy in it. And that's really it. I've got a lot of people that I've been trying to convince to get an Instapot. People at work, friends. Nobody has time for anything nowadays because, I mean, us alone, me and my wife, we've got 4 kids, and there's band and there's work and there's everything going on. We never really have time to, especially if you forget to thaw something.
There's no excuses anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this the beef is just stew meat cubed up that we buy from our local grocer. This is about 1.5 pounds, and it will literally cook in about 45 minutes to completion. And this thing has really been a lifesaver. I mean, you can cook chicken from frozen to shredded in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But that's really it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on. I don't know if y'all can see inside there. I don't stir it, I don't do anything, literally dump the stuff in. There is a button over here that says meat-stew. I'm gonna push that button. I'm gonna make sure that I am sealed. It is set, it's set for 45 because I did beans last night, but I'm gonna do it for 30 minutes. It will do its own thing. Once it is ready, once the timer goes off, I'm gonna vent it, pull it out, but I'm gonna do a 2-part video. So right there it's saying that it's on, everything's good. You just wanna make sure that you have this vent shut. To us, this is our first YouTube video. I love food, I love cooking, it is truly my passion. I honestly believe that food is love, that people come together around food. I've made so many of my friends and connections about food. I work in automotive, and 90% of my conversations with customers are about food. And people moving to our state. We're from Texas. We're in a little town called Kyle, right outside of Austin, Texas. But they'll come from a different state. They have to get the registration, so they come see us. They'll ask different restaurants to go to, and it just really opens up a window. I've made great friends from that. We have friends that just moved from New York down the street, and they had us over the other night, and I've had food that I've never tasted like that in my life, and I've been cooking literally most of my life. It's something that my family always did together. We always tried to outdo each other. Big potluck style. But my ultimate dream is to have my own food truck, to be able to feed people food that I love, that I think that they would enjoy. that's really my pleasure. I mean, we have friends over all the time. We have family over. We love to cook. We love to entertain. I don't bake. You'll probably never see me bake on this. My wife behind the camera right now might eventually be able to get in front of the camera. I'm having a really hard time with this. I can talk to anybody in person. I freak out whenever it is a video, whenever I'm being recorded, whether I was the best man at my best friend's wedding and destroyed the best man speech. I was basically talking to them. People in the back couldn't hear. Once somebody said, "Hey, we can't hear you," I just lost it all. I was like, "Okay, love y'all," and then shut down. So this is kind of a new adventure for me. I'm trying to push myself to different things. We have a family of 4 with an adopted kid, kind of. Our oldest daughter's girlfriend, Kelly, she's basically our kid now. We love her. She came into the family, and she's just a perfect fit. So we're a big family, and then we get our friends together with their kids, and you can get to 15, 20 people real quick, like. And I'm typically the cook in all of the functions, and I can do it on a budget. That's really my goal for doing this, is just to show people different ways of cooking easy things that taste great. You know, like if I was going to do this traditionally, I would have done it. You know, I would have browned the meat, floured the meat, browned the meat, got a good roux going, and things like that. But that literally takes a few hours. But the whole point of this is just to share. We're not looking for fame or fortune. We're literally looking to just get our food out there, let people do different things. We're a real family. I'm not doing this for fame or fortune or money or any of that. Like, I just hope people will follow us and subscribe and keep up with all of our recipes. Ideally, I can do one a week. I mean, we cook 6-7 nights out of the week. Every once in a while we'll go out to eat, but typically we're cooking at home, and that's our joy. That's our time together. My daughters enjoy cooking. Well, a couple of them. But it truly brings me joy to do it. It is my passion. I love being creative, which is why I don't bake, because I do like the freedom of cooking. You don't have to have rules, regulations, or any of that. I can throw a little bit of this, a little bit of that, kind of taste it, see how it's going, and go from there. Baking is stressful to me. Barbecue, you'll probably never see me do barbecue. I'm not huge on it. I was raised in the industry. It's not my favorite. Texas is a huge thing for barbecue. Now, I do barbecue competitions. I do have a group of friends and a team that we are on, the Money Pit, and we have a great time, and we love doing it, but it is a ton of work. The hardest part is just being done with it and not really liking barbecue and the smoked flavor, and everybody here uses mesquite. I like more sweet, spicy style, more sauce. It's just not a thing here in Texas. Not that I won't ever do barbecue. I'm not going to put myself in that box, because I do have a few things that I like to cook that my family enjoys.
Your beef jerky.
Yeah. Beef, I don't know if that's barbecue.
It is, because you smoke it.
True, very true. We like pork butts, we like pork ribs. We smoked a roast, just a chuck roast. We smoked that a few months back, and it was amazing. And I would take that over brisket any day. I guess just for the marbling, or maybe, like I said, I grew up in the industry. I don't like brisket. We'll eat it, but it's literally maybe twice a year that we'll eat it. But yeah, I mean, just ultimately, we just, I want to have a food truck. Ultimately, the goal of all goals is to be at the coast, the Texas coast, where, I'm third coast born and raised, and, I've never been to Hawaii, I've never been to fancy beaches, but I don't really want to, because I like my beach. I am happy with my beach. That would be the goal, to be able to live down, Padre or Port Aransas, and move my family down there and just meet tourists and different things, and just have conversations about food and life and where they come from and what food's like there, and I've learned so much about different cultures just from food, that it's crazy. It's like I would have never even done any research or even tried without the food aspect of it, just because that's my personal passion. And I truly do feel that food brings people together. Some of the best conversations we've ever had with friends and family are around our table or standing right here. We'll get done cooking and we're just standing here having a drink, having a conversation, and grubbing on food. And I like honest opinions. If you try my recipe and you don't like it, or you think there's something that I should add to it to make it better, I'm not against that. I'm not a food snob. I don't think that my stuff is the best. Honestly, I'm my worst critic. I'm an artist. I'm a painter. I've done tattoos. I've done all kind of things. But I've always been my worst critic, but I've always been the first one to tell you when I messed up. When somebody's given me criticism and said, "Man, what if you try this?" Guess what? I'm going to try that, and I'm willing to open up and try different things. And I think that's what you have to do, is have an open mind, a heart that's ready to love, and have conversations. Just life in general, just regular rules that apply to everything. To me, in my brain, always come from food. This is going to be a 2-part video because, like I said, this is our first one. I don't have editing equipment. I have this fancy little light that was given to us for whatever reason. Side note, if you get boxes on your doorstep from Amazon and they're not for you, but it has your address, they were sent to you, they're yours. We had this, the person that used to live here 4 years ago, stuff was being sent here, so we called Amazon and tried to get it back to her, and she said, the lady in Amazon said, "You know what? It's yours. You can keep it, you can dispose of it, you can donate it, whatever you want to do. Whatever, you don't have to send it back, you don't have to go through that trouble, it is yours." And it was this light, and it was just kind of crazy how it worked out. We'd had this idea, like I said, I wanted to open a food truck, don't have the funds for it. One day we might, but right now it was literally about that. It was, let's just get our food out there, let's get our recipes. I've been I'm terrible at measurements. I add what I think it needs. I've really tried to start a cookbook of recipes that I've done growing up, and my kids that they enjoy, and trying to start a book for them so they can take that on and carry it on. So ideally, that's what's going to happen with all my recipes, but it's really hard for me to measure something and say, okay, this much, because to me that takes away the fun of it. But I've gotten pretty good at eyeballing what goes in it. This is a brand new thing to us. Please have patience with us. We are literally doing this on a cell phone. I bought this 4K whatever GoPro camera because my youngest, my son, wanted to do dude perfect videos and have his own YouTube channel, and it's just that thing sucks. It's a waste of money. You can't zoom, the sound's terrible, whatever. So we're just like, screw it, we're gonna start it, there's nothing to it but to do it. So
We're gonna wing it.
Yeah, we're winging it. We're going with a cell phone. We're, eventually videos will get better. We'll save up and get some better quality stuff. I've literally got a million recipes in my brain, recipes that we've cooked that I want to share with people, just to make life easier, to be able to feed your family and your friends and whoever a good meal. You come home from work and school and all that. It's not that hard to make these recipes. We've got friends that come over, and I try and share my secrets and tips and things like that. And they take some of them and they don't, but it's just, I think that there's a mental block between just simple cooking, simple good food, and you go to a restaurant and you're like, oh man, I wish I could make that. And that's what we've done for so many years, is we've gone to different restaurants, because we're busy and we eat out or whatever, and we have something like, oh, it's really good. Well, let's make it on our own. Let's make it at home. You can do it for a quarter of the cost. I mean, we feed our family of 7 for, I'd say, food-wise, not shampoo and cleaning and all that stuff, not toiletries, but food-wise, we can feed our family of 7 3 meals a day for what? $350 a week? And then sometimes not even that. Like this right here, I have a whole other half of beef over here that we're gonna make, I don't know, stew or, you know, soup or something like that out of, you know, and that was it's $13, and we'll feed all of us. So I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all will stick around. I don't know, I'm new at this YouTube thing too. I've watched a few videos here and there. I don't know anything about it. We're gonna learn. I got kids, they'll teach me. My camera lady back there will help out.
Maybe.
But yeah, this is just, you know, it's a new experience for us. I'm trying to push my boundaries. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to teach my kids that if you're scared of something, do it. You know, that's all you, like I said, nothing to it but to do it. My buddy Kevin, all he says is, you do you, boo-boo. And that's what it's all about. Just pushing the boundaries, trying to get out of my comfort zone. And I hope that y'all enjoy. If y'all have any questions, definitely put them down in the comments. We'll do beans. We'll do different videos that, you know, sides that go with this. Spanish rice. My take on Spanish rice. That's another thing. Like, I'm, you know, if I say Spanish rice, if I say Carne Guisada, if I say whatever, it's not gonna be too textbook traditional. I take things and I watch cooking shows all the time, but I'll take different tidbits out of all of the different shows and or recipes or in the product and think of what I can do to create that. My favorite thing to do is go in the fridge, and my wife hates it because I can literally, she's like, we have nothing to cook. And I'll go home, and I'll come home from work, and I'll get in the fridge and the pantry, and we're like, all right, well, you know, I have this protein, I have this, you know, we can do this, this, and this.
And he makes a 3-course meal.
And that's what I hope to teach all of you, is that it's not that hard. You can take different things or things that are made and make different flavors, different styles, different, you know, we'll grill chicken and season it just kind of generic and then turn it into different things throughout the week. You can make enchiladas, you can make soups, you can make stews, you can make casseroles, whatever. But like I said, this is our first video. Y'all are probably going to pick it apart. I hope that y'all just feel the love behind it and what we're trying to do. We're just trying to make life easier for the modern family, regular family. We're not fancy. We live in a little house. We got a million kids running around. This is going to be a 2-part video because I don't have editing equipment. So I don't know how to stop a video and then start back on the video. So once this is done, we will start another video and we will show kind of the process of, you know, undoing the pressure, opening it up. If it's not thick enough, I hit saute, and I like to do it a little bit longer, just to thicken it up, or if you add cornstarch or whatever. But man, I really appreciate y'all checking this out. Hope you enjoy the recipe. Hope you find good flavor out of it. But this has been a different experience, and I appreciate y'all. And just remember, food is love, and there's only one